I think it's important in this day and age that we've progressed to a point where we have a closer relationship with the food that we eat. I think there's a great opportunity to grasp at the Three Chimneys specifically because it is so ingrained within its location and its environment, is to maybe re-educate people about what food actually is, the importance of it, the ties between the people who produce the food, who harvest the food, and the actual people who consume it. And I see the chef very much being as in between those two. The restaurant is the focal point. The chef can be the storyteller and join all those things up. It's of absolute importance that the chef knows the story of the food up until the point where he receives it in his own kitchen, so he can then interpret that story and retell it in the best way possible for his customers. So the provenance of the food is everything at the Three Chimneys. Having very close-knit relationships with the people who produce the food, who supply the food, who have been in contact with the food up until the point of it arriving here at the restaurant is of utmost importance, so we can continue that story. The imagery that I chose, that I was inspired to capture to represent what the philosophy here is, really are just the things that, as I was going about my daily work, would actually catch my eye and excite me within the moment. So if it's a box of crabs that have just arrived, literally off the boat, in my mind, I know the story behind that, and I know the person who's caught them, I know the person who's going to get them, how they're going to be cooked, and eventually the end of their journey. So if I can capture that in a moment of that, and hopefully that's going to draw the viewer in, then that's really what I was trying to achieve. What inspired me as a young man to cook was the opportunity to be creative and expressive. 20 years later, I meet a bunch of guys who say, we've got this idea. Klaus comes to me and he says, I've got this idea. I want to represent that creativity in a different way. It's perfect. One of the reasons why I love the inspiration behind the White Plate project is because it's an opportunity not only to express your creativity physically producing food or through pictures, etc., but it's also an opportunity to compare where the industry is at this moment in time. And I know there's a rich diversity now within the industry, and I'm relishing the fact that I can get across our ethos here at Three Chimneys, our philosophy towards food in this new medium. So it's just a delight to be part of.